back to my channel once again. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. If you read the title of the video, you already know I'm going to be telling you guys some things that I wish somebody would have told me before I got into the entertainment industry, okay? So make sure that you go ahead and like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications because you wanna have those on because you need to know when I post. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, so I want to start this video off by saying that I feel like me personally, and I'm not saying this is like what it is across the board, but I know me personally, I feel like a lot of people, once they figure something out in the entertainment industry or once they figure, you know, something out towards their career, and it doesn't even have to be just the entertainment industry, but like once people figure something out, they feel like they have to hold on to it and clutch onto it oh my gosh, I'm stumbling over my words. Let me bring it back. They feel like they have to keep it to themselves because once they learn something, they feel like, oh, if I share it with this person or that person, then it's going to become a wild known thing. And then, you know, I'm not going to get the opportunities that were meant to me. I used to feel like that too. I honestly used to feel like that. Whenever I used to, you know, be told a piece of information like by a mentor or whatever the case may be, by an actor who was where I wanted to be, or like by an influencer or creative, anywhere or anything that I felt like I learned that a lot of people didn't know, I wanted to keep it close to me. I wanted to hold on to it because I felt like it gave me a leg up. But the truth of the matter is, what's for you is for you. And I know that that is so cliche to say. What's for you is for you. If it's for you, you're going to get it. But y'all, I cannot stress that enough. What's for you is for you. It doesn't matter if every single person in the world knows that bit of information that you know. Nobody is going to be able to execute it the way that you are able to execute it. There's literally billions of people in the world, and there are people who are waiting for you to do exactly what you were called to do and what you are supposed to do. It doesn't matter if we all know the same steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not going to execute those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps the same way. All 27 billion of us that are on the earth. 27? I think it's only 7 billion people on the earth. I don't know, people have babies every day. But yeah, so I just wanted to preface that by saying, so like if you know something and you know that it can help another creative, or you know that it can help somebody else, and like I said, even if you're not in the entertainment industry, if you know something and you see that somebody is looking for that one specific piece of information and that piece of information can help them, oh, why did I change like that? I didn't like that. And that one piece of information can change the trajectory of everything that they're doing. Share the information. Share the information. Share the information. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I know I said I was going to go ahead and get into it, but I just wanted to preface it by saying that. So these are 5 things that I wish somebody would have told me before I actually started to get in the entertainment industry myself. Number 1, you do not need an agent. And I know that goes against everything that you have been hearing from the moment that you decided that you wanted to be an actor. You need an agent. You need a manager. You need somebody to manage you, this, and that. Now, let me be clear. Once you get to a certain point, a certain level, you are going to want somebody to help manage your time. You are going to want somebody to help manage your talents. You are going to want somebody to, you know, negotiate deals for you and with you. You are going to want those things. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't get an agent or you shouldn't get a manager if you have the means and if you have the talent to do so. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that a lot of people in the entertainment world have made it seem like you need an agent in order to get anywhere in this entertainment industry. I'm going to give you guys one example. Who knows who Lakeith Stanfield is? Lakeith Stanfield, the dude from Get Out, the one who was like, get out, get out, get out. That one. He was in Judas and the Black Messiah. He's been in Atlanta. He's been in so many things. You want to know how he started out? He randomly went to an audition and jumped on a table and they said, okay, let's do it. He didn't have an agent or anything. And that's just one story of so many. A lot of what acting is, and a lot of what getting cast is, I'm going to be real with y'all, is being in the right place at the right time. being in the right place at the right time. A lot of it is knowing people. A lot of it, if you want us to be very, 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 very honest, is you literally just being yourself and being who you are, and somebody saying, oh, that's exactly the person, the type that I need for this movie or for this show or for this short film or for this voiceover. That is a lot of what acting is. You do not need an agent in this industry. So if you're first starting out and you're thinking, oh my goodness, if I don't have an agent, I'm not going to get booked. If I don't have an agent, that is not true. That is not true. My very first role on national television, my agent didn't book that for me. I booked that for me. Well, I mean, God, but I submitted myself. You get what I'm saying? I did that. My agent didn't do that for me. And that's not to say that my agent isn't, great or whatever. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that you don't need an agent. You don't need someone who gets 5 to 10% of your earnings first starting off. You get what I'm saying? You don't need an agent. Okay, so unlearn that. Unlearn that. We're going to unlearn that together. You do not need an agent. You do not need a manager, especially when you are first starting off. Do not let anybody tell you that you will not get booked if you don't have an agent. Okay? Okay. Number 2. And this one is going to piss a lot of people off. Training is not as important as they make it seem. I'm going to tell you, now listen, now hold on, before you click off the video, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Most of the time, if you're booked for something and you have their type, you're their type, you're who they want, you have the voice, you have the look, you have the personality, you have all of those things. But the catch is you can't act. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to hire an on-set coach for you, okay? They're going to hire an on-set coach for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So it goes back to what I said in the first place. A lot of what getting booked is in the entertainment industry is just being yourself. It's just being who you are. It's just doing what you do. Whether that's on social media, whether that's, in person, it's just doing what you do. Now, let me preface this. Well, I don't know if it's the word is preface, but let me say this. I have training, okay? I went to school for 4 years. I went to 2 different schools. I have been in acting classes. I've been in voiceover classes, dialect classes, stage fighting classes, all of this. I've done all of that because I knew from a very young age that this is what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to go to school for anything else, okay? I'm not saying that my training was in vain. But what I'm saying is my gift and my talent has always been there before I ever stepped foot in an acting class. You get what I'm saying? And most of the time, what people are looking for is raw talent. What people are looking for is raw talent. So when you go to all these different classes and they're telling you, okay, this is how you need to do this is how you need to do that, this is how you need to do this, you need to act like this, and this is how you make yourself cry, and this is how you be in the moment, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do that. Most of the time, casting directors are just looking for people to be authentic and be in the moment and do it how you would do it. Okay? Because let's look at it like this. So we have Denzel Washington in a room, we have Will Smith in a room, and then we have an unknown actor in a room, right? Nobody's going to be able to do a crying scene the way that Denzel does it. They might be able to imitate it, emulate it, but they won't be able to repeat it. They may be able to, nobody's going to be able to do it like Will Smith. They may be able to repeat it, or they may be able to try to redo it, but they'll never be able to do it the same way. The same way with that unknown actor. But the only difference between the unknown actor, Will Smith, and Denzel is that new actor has something raw. That new actor has something where they're just going to be themselves. They're just going to do it. You know what I mean? They don't really have anything holding them back because nobody really knows who they are yet. And I don't really know if that makes sense the way that I said it, but let me try to put it in a different way. No amount of training is going to give you the gift. And I know that that is going to piss a lot of people off. I know that that goes against everything that you've been hearing ever since you said that you wanted to be an actor. I know that that goes against everything that you said ever since. I know. I know. I know. I know. But do you think that Viola Davis would still be Viola Davis if she never stepped foot in Juilliard? See, when you have a gift, when you have a gifting, when you have talent, no amount of training is going to take away or make you have that talent. Now, it can hone that talent. It can hone that talent because ever since being in training, you know, I've learned different things about being in the industry, different terminologies and different things that you do and different, you know, payments, different methods, different ways that people act, different words that you use when you're on set and when you're on stage, and you learn different, you know, you definitely learn things. You learn the technical aspects of what it means to be an artist, but no amount of training is going to make you any more or any less gifted. Say what you want to say, but that was word. And I wish somebody would have told me that. I wish somebody would have told me that because it would have saved me a lot of time trying to turn myself into what I saw my acting teachers and acting colleagues be. It would have saved me a lot of time and a lot of energy. And I probably would be a lot farther than I am if I hadn't tried to repeat what I had been seeing, instead of just taking the information for what it was and realizing that no amount of training is going to take away or erase the gifting that was already in here or make it better. No amount of training can do that. And that's just what it is. And we can argue about it, but I stand on what I said. No amount of training is going to take away or make better the gifting that God has already given you. You don't need training as much as people say you need training. Let's move on. Number 3, you don't need to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars on headshots. Now, you do need a quality headshot. You do need a couple of quality headshots because people want to see, you know, my hair is giving. Y'all, I don't really like this nail color. I think I'm going to change it because it's giving very much old lady. It's giving much grandma, Shirley Caesar. Not that there's anything wrong with Miss Caesar. I'm just saying for me, at 24, I don't know if it's giving. Anyways, you don't need to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on headshots. I've seen people get booked with literally a selfie. Yeah. I've seen people get booked movie roles where they got paid, you know, $100,000 for a week of work off of a selfie. So I'm going to be real and let you know, you do not need to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on headshots. You just don't. It's not necessary. Now, do you want a quality headshot? Yes. If you want to go, you know, spend $100 or $200 and get, you know, 2 or 3 looks from one photographer, then I absolutely recommend that you do that. But there are quality people who can take your headshot who will pay, who you can pay $25, $50. Go to your local college and find a photographer, somebody who's trying to build their portfolio. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. And anybody who tells you that you have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to have a quality headshot, they just want their money. They want your money. They want the moolah. You don't need to spend that. And you can if you want to, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. But you don't need to, especially when you're first starting out. You don't need to. You don't need to, okay? Let's move on.